All right. We're off again. You have no obligation to stay, but I'm going to try to do one more of these. Maybe that'll help you a little bit. All right. So here's number 7 on page 47. Now, when I look at this one, I don't have many factors, really. I only have x minus 4 and 1. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by x minus 4, and 1's kind of irrelevant. Nothing really happens when you multiply by 1, right? It's the identity, multiplicative identity. You multiply anything by 1, you get whatever it was. So, but I'm gonna multiply it to each of these on both sides, and all the way over here and all the way over here. Okay, so let's see what happens. So I'm going to have x times x minus 4. I'm going to ignore the 1. Plus 20 times x minus 4 equals 5x times x minus 4 over x minus 4 minus 2 times x minus 4 over 1. Can you see that? Can you see all that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so, man, zoom out a little bit again. Right now, I could have put the 1s in there, because I had a factor of 1, right? But it doesn't really do anything. And now we get to cancel, right? So what do we cancel on the left side?
X minus 4.
Yeah, here, just there, right? And on the right side, same place. So now we have x squared minus 4x. I'm distributing x times x times 4. And then I have a 20. That's it. And on the other side, I've got 5x. And on this side, minus 2x plus 8. Okay. All right. So, are we cool with that?
Yeah.
Yes, this one was a little easier. We didn't have like all the different denominators. We just had that one factor. But it's harder because now we have, even though we've gotten rid of the denominators, now we have quadratic. We have a power 2 here. So I'm going to subtract. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. What can we do on the right side here to simplify?
You can simplify the 5x minus 2.
Yeah. So that is
3x.
3x plus 8. Good. X squared minus 4x plus 20. And now with quadratics, you might remember we want to set these equal to 0 if we can, and we'll either factor it or we'll use a quadratic equation. Do you remember doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go minus 3x on both sides and minus 8 on both sides. So now we have x squared minus 7x plus 12 equals 0. You with me still?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This looks factorable because I think 12 has factors that add up to -7, right? Look at factors of 12. You've got 1 and 12. You've got 2 and 6. You've got 4 and 3, right? 4 and 3 adds up to 7.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we factor this?
You can have x minus 4, x minus 3.
Bingo. Nice job. So we have x minus, that means x equals.
Oh, x equals is like what sets this to 0, right?
So yeah, the values that make this true.
4 and 3.
Positive 4 and positive 3. That's right. So we got 2 answers. Now, most of us would want to stop here. However, remember what I said. We have to check for what's called the extraneous solution. And that means you should plug these in to check. And I can tell right away. If I plug a 4 in here, what happens?
Zeros.
you get zeros or what is undefined. So we know that 4 won't work. So 4 is called an extraneous solution, which is a really weird word. I don't know who invented it. It's extra, but it's an error. It's like an extra but error solution. And then the 3, if we want to double check that, we could double check the 3 to make sure this all works. So if we go back up top and plug a 3 in, 3 over 1 plus 20 over 3 minus 4 equals 5 times 3 over 3 minus 4 minus 2. All right, so we have 3 plus, what's that, -1? Negative 20 equals 15 minus 1 minus 2. Yikes. All right, so I have -17 equals -17. And that's kind of sloppy, but I checked it. So this one does work. The -4 won't work. Anyway, so that's one example. When you get down to number 7, well, that's one we just did, right? That's one we just did. When you look at like number 6, can you tell me what you're going to multiply both sides by on that one?
By the x plus 1 and x minus 2.
That's right. You do it on both sides. X minus 2 and x plus 1. And then x minus 2 will cancel out on this side. X plus 1 will cancel out on this side. You're going to get quadratics on both sides up top. And then down here, okay, you kind of have another scenario where you see x plus 3, x minus 2, and then a trinomial, a quadratic, which, by the way, is x plus 3 times x minus 2. So this is sort of getting back at the idea you brought up earlier. So when I multiply with the whole equation, right, I can see that I have an x plus 3 there. I have an x minus 2 there. And then I have x plus 3 and x minus 2 hidden inside there. So do I want to multiply it by x plus 3 times x plus 2 times x plus 3 times x plus 2 to use all of these things? Do I need to do that?
No.
No. What can I do? What will we multiply by on that one?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't see the.
Oh, you lost the picture. Yeah, you lost the picture, right? Yeah. So on that one, we don't need to multiply by x plus 3 twice, right? Because you only need it once to cancel this out.
Yeah.
Same thing here. So actually, you're going to multiply both sides. I'm going to write it down on this piece of paper. On 8, we have x times x plus 3 minus 4, x minus 2, negative 5x squared. And on this one, I've got x squared plus x minus 6. So you have to have a little bit of a trained eye on factoring, to see that inside here is x plus 3 and x minus 2. And they kind of gave you a hint. They actually showed you the factors over there. So when we multiply both sides by a single x plus 3 and a single x plus 2, then you'll get all the denominators canceling out, right? So can you tell me what we'll get, Rafa, when we multiply this here and here and here, or at least how it will cancel? What will happen on the first term?
The first one, the x plus 3s will cancel.
Right. So what do you get?
It's just x.
Okay. So, but you also have the x plus 2, right? So that will
yeah, x, and then it'll be x plus 2. X
right.
times x plus 2.
Yep. And the next one?
You're going to be left with 4 times x plus 3.
Right.
4.
You got it. And then on the last one?
Wait, if the bottom ones are just x plus 3, x plus 2, would the whole bottom equation get canceled out?
Yep. It all cancels. So what's left?
Just the x plus 2 minus x plus
Well, remember,
3.
what you're going to have is, let me write it up here. You're going to have 5x squared, that's negative. with the x plus 3 and the x plus, wait, it was a minus, I'm sorry. It was a minus 2.
Okay.
And the x minus 2 over x plus 3 and x minus 2, right?
Oh,
So that and that cancel.
-5.
You're just left with negative 5x squared. Yeah. And then you got to work through that, right? So that's so anyway, that, you know, we got to set that equal to 0 and do what we did last time, like maybe factor it or use the quadratic formula and then check the solutions to see if they both work. You following me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you have any other questions or anything?
No.
I'm going to stop
That's about
recording.
it.